Hey L&T family!
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's another week.
It's another week.
Guys,
It's a special week, actually.
This is a special
It's a
massive
massive
week.
I
mean,
think so.
what the heck?
What?
I mean, if you guys are already following us, you guys already know why we're beaming with so
Yeah.
much love, and it is because
We are.
Tima, let me see that
Oh my
one. We're actually
We don't have
past
to.
100. We're actually past 100.
Yeah, I actually got 117.
Guys, I mean, really, guys,
Oh,
guys,
it's
this is real talk, man. I cannot. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Like, we can't even say thank you enough. Who even?
And to those who think like this is not enough, the thing is, the reason why we're so excited is because we actually never really felt like we'll even get to 100.
I mean, look, all we love to do is really do what you guys want to do, is eat and talk and do it for you guys. So thank you guys.
But yeah.
So this is celebration week. Okay, let's pray.
Timo, pray.
Oh.
Alright, let's pray.
Okay, let's pray. Dear Father, thank you for the food on the table. Bless the hands that made it, prepared it. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
What are we eating, Tima?
Girl. What we got here? Okay. This is I was gonna go blanket this, but this is nachos.
Yes.
And thanks to B, she actually slaved away this morning, and she did the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Watermelon.
And you know what? Please, can you guys stop telling us to eat all the food?
Okay.
It's a struggle. I mean, look, we are big girls, but we cannot eat all the time what we have in front of us.
It doesn't mean that.
It doesn't mean that. Because just because we're around there, don't come for us, before we come for you. Okay, let's eat. Oh my gosh. The drinks. What drink are you having? You having that one?
Pomegranate green tea.
Okay, so I'm having peach.
And lemon.
Yeah. So I was saying, just wanted to say thank you, Vinaka to everyone that wished me happy birthday. So much love. I was so spoiled there. I was so spoiled here. And I was so spoiled at home. So thank you guys so much. It really means a lot.
Cheers. Okay.
Oh.
Is it nice?
Yeah. I love mine.
Peach, man. Peach. Oh my gosh. So good. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. We haven't had breakfast. It is early in the morning and we haven't eaten. So we saved ourselves for this. Okay, guys, go for gold.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's actually really nice. Ooh, this is really good.
Pomegranate?
Pomegranate green tea. Oh, what did I say?
Really?
I said
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Green tea. So this is with everything. Mint, salsa, cheese.
Cheese, layers. I've done layers. Jalapenos, olives, black olives, lettuce on the side. These
chili in there?
Yeah, sorry, it's spicy.
No.
Oh my!
No, it's alright.
So sorry.
It just shocked the palate a bit. It shocked me real good too. I mean, nigga, I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
Because as you know, she from the Thai, was it the Thai?
Yeah.
She even just died.
I nearly choked. I mean, it's opening up the airways though.
Wow, this is so good. B, you did a good job.
You know, for my Lewas, you know, and for you guys to eat. Come eat with us, man. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Go.
Nice.
Mango.
How many subbies are we at now?
The last time we checked 117.
Guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
It doesn't matter how big we get, because we're claiming it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Yes, Lord. Hallelujah.
We'll always be thankful.
Yeah, seriously. Very, thankful.
Lettuce. Oh my gosh. Dang, that jalapeno shook me, man. Oh,
Damn.
Lord.
Yeah. But this shook like
Shook. Well, I need it after last night.
Did you want to share?
No, I don't really. Just all you have to know is that it was celebration time for myself in front of Netflix. You want to choose it?
Okay. Is that what we said last night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's very touchy. Today's gonna be like very, I don't know, take it how you want it, but I feel like it's gonna be real deep. So depression. Depression really, how everyone takes it, how you go through it, like our perspective on, especially the polys, you know, and the families and how they deal with it. I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna hand it over to B. While I gather my thoughts, really.
Okay. And the reason why I felt like we should talk about this, obviously because of the platform, but to sort of bring it to light, because I feel like as I'm this, it's not spoken about, or it's not really understood.
Yeah.
If anything, like people just like, oh, she's doing that or she's behaving like that because she needs Jesus. Everyone needs Jesus, of course.
Is really high.
Yeah, it's because no one talks about it. It's just it's not spoken about, or it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
You know, people see it as a sign of weakness. You can't ask for help in our community,
and it's like you're taught to.
I'm a really good judge.
You're taught to be, you're taught to be strong. You have to act like
oh, there's something wrong with it. There's a mental illness, or you know what I mean. Like I feel like that's what they.
Devil. Yeah. Well, of course, it's the devil, but you don't need to like persecute someone if they're like
for real
crying out for help in different ways. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I dealt with a little bit of depression. What was I had it like at different stages of my life. Probably had something to do with my upbringing, I don't know. But I'm not the type of person where I blame others for my actions or for what I go through and how I feel. I don't feel like, probably circumstances could have been different for me to not feel that way, but I don't blame them if I'm feeling the way I feel. Like, you know, I don't want to give anyone that power over my emotions. You get what I mean? But yeah, I dealt with it. I was I would say 20, 21. The signs for me was like, I honestly, I didn't know. I think that was the most severe case for me because I didn't know it was depression until like I'm crying every day. I was up at night. I was sleeping at odd times of the night. Or sleeping awake all night and then sleeping throughout the day. And I was like shutting everyone out. Mind you, I was living at home with my parents. I was engaged by that stage even, and yet I felt so alone.
Yeah.
Like I had no one, in my corner. And to be honest, like even just like looking back, I don't even know what it was that triggered it for me. I don't know what it was, but I'm trying to like keep it together. But like, I knew that I needed help, or I needed to ask for help when I'm like sitting there with a knife. Like it like got to that stage. Like it got to the point where I'm like, I don't know how to control this. I don't know what's like going on in my mind. I don't know what's, I just didn't know. I honestly did not know. And then I'm sitting there with a knife and I'm like, God, like, is it really, like, is this how, I don't know. I didn't even say God. I didn't even ask for Jesus. I was just sitting there like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? How are my family going to find me? How's my mom going to react? How's my dad going to be? My fiance, who's going to blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm thinking more of others than myself and how I'm going to deal with it. And then I just got up. It was like the middle of the night, early morning, probably 1 or 2. I got up and I knocked on my mom's door. I'm like, Mom. And she's like, what? I'm like, Mom, I need you to come talk to me. She's like, what? So she comes out and she's like trying to wipe the sleep from my eyes. She's like, what's wrong? And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, Mom, I'm not happy. And she's like, why? And I'm like I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, what is it, baby? Like, what's wrong? Like, are you mad at something? Did you and Junior fight? Is this why you're not? I was like, it has like, I got angry. I'm like, it has nothing to do with Junior. Like, but I'm getting angry at her for how I'm feeling. And she's like, then what is it? Why are you getting angry? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I literally cannot function. And you know, the only thing she said, she was like, baby, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, if you don't know what's wrong, I don't know what's wrong. She's like, just cry to Jesus. Literally. And you know, for some reason, in that moment that I was going through it, I did not once think of Jesus. Because I was like, so, like, it was like, there was a blind covering. Like, I just was so caught up in my emotions. That's not to say this is the same for everyone. I'm just speaking from from how it happened for me. But it was like a dark place, a dark place. My mom went to bed. And then I literally sat there and I was just like, Jesus. Like, for a minute there, I didn't know how to pray. Like, I didn't know how to pray. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, Jesus, save me. Like, I love you. But I was going to church, but I was, you know, still singing in church, but I was just so far in the sense of my life and my emotions and yeah. And I even talked to my mom about it now. Like, I'm like, you literally saved me. Just you saying that to me saved me. Just you. And she literally, you know, she walked away saying, you know, I love you and you'll be okay. Because I felt like just in that moment when I really just wanted, like, I needed a saving grace, she was my saving grace at that moment. And she didn't know, like, you know, what that did for me. Just her talking to me for like literally 5 minutes or not. So yeah, that's what happened to me. I you know, like I know that for some people, you know, it literally is too late. You know, we've had probably loved ones that have passed on, you know, because it's the weight is too heavy. You're too clouded. You're in a room full of people, but you're by yourself. You know, you literally don't know how to just be. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
I mean, for me, it was crazy. Like, I actually didn't know I was going through it. I think how I found out, because at that stage, I think I was pregnant to Lila. And when I had gone in for, like, my last appointments, like, if you're pregnant, you would know, like, they do a testing. What is it called? The paper. You sort of have to, like, you know, say how you're feeling from, like, 1 to 5 or something. I think it was, like, 1 being the lowest. And I didn't realize, like, I was just marking how I felt. And she just looked at me and was like, she was like, this is not common. Because, like, you know, like, coming from an island, like, what? Just seeing that, like, you know, she's like, oh, so wait, what? Do you have a lot of family? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I don't know why she was shocked. She was just shocked, you know, that I was going through that stage and me being from where I was, from, like, my background being Fijian and, like, sort of like a, what are we, what is it called? Pacific Islander. Like, you know, they were just like, she was just like, oh, like, at that stage, it wasn't common for, you know, islanders, I guess. And she had told me, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but she had said, like, most of the people that have come in and had this score was, like, from more of like an like Australian, like, other, you know, not so much islander background.
But so I think that's what people perceive is, like, because we're islanders, we're bubbly people, we're surrounded, we've got a big family, that we're okay, but far from it.
Because I think it was just some things that you could, like, I couldn't really confide in my family. And I felt like I was just bringing everything down on myself. Like, oh my gosh, this. And when they provided me with help, I'm just like, wow, this is like, it was so good to, like, get it off my chest. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't do it with my family. Because as, you know, some people know, like, my family actually hadn't known about me being pregnant for, you know, at a young age. I was actually pregnant at 17. I don't want to cry.
It's okay.
But yeah, so I think I just took everything. Yeah, I was just so hard on myself. Yeah, I think I just took everything, like, I don't know, I just felt like it took like that one, like, it was that one moment where I I came back from the doctors. I was sort of still sneaking around, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like how the heck I'm gonna tell my family? But like knowing my mom, she had 9 kids. Like we have 9 siblings, so she knew.
No symptoms.
She knew,
Yeah.
and you know, I just ended up telling her that I was pregnant, and she had told my dad, and then like my dad had told the rest of my family, and I just like, I don't know, because everybody was so angry at me. I just felt like taking my own life. And this is actually the first time I'm like admitting this. But I knew that was just the devil. Like I knew the devil was trying to like give me those bad thoughts, like your family's never gonna agree with it, your family's never gonna love you. And yeah. And so I just felt like at that moment, I think I had told Mike, I think I was talking to Mike, and he was just like, you know, told me like you just need to pray. Same situation, like you need to pray, and I felt like like I just, you know, like at that moment in time, like I knew like
you're far from it, you know.
Like, I felt like, you know, like I knew at that moment in time when I was standing on the road, I just felt like throwing myself in front of a car, and I think that night Mike came over, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I knew that like he was my saving grace at that moment in time. Like I felt like if he didn't come, I think I would have just done it. Like, and I hope you guys don't see me in another way, but I just feel like I just felt like it was so hard for me to say it and to admit it and to like come, you know, to just speak out and be like, yeah, like this was me, and I had I was in that situation where I was depressed, and you know, I wanted to like do other things just to get rid of it, you know what I mean, like taking my own life. But then I felt like when Mike had really sat me down and was just like, you know, you can't, like he was just giving me advice and talking to me about it, and yeah, I felt like
and Mike's your husband, by the way.
Yeah, Mike is my husband. But at the time we weren't actually together. Yeah. You know, get married and then have a child. Do you know what I mean? So I just felt like, oh my gosh, like I didn't want to do it. Like, you know, I didn't want to do it in that way, but I felt like me being disobedient, me being, you know, think I know it all at that age. I just, you know, did my own thing, sort of, so to speak. But yeah, it's crazy because I didn't even know I was depressed until I took that test. And I was just like, it was crazy. Like, and it's crazy because some people don't actually know what depression is, like how, like they probably could have it and not know they had it. And it could be in different ways. It could be just like my situation or Bella's situation or bills. I feel like bills is a big one too. Like people actually take their lives because it's so hard. It's so hard. So I mean, it could be. It doesn't just have to be what I went through or what Bella went through or you know what we're gonna hear.
It's different scenarios, man. I'll tell you, it's different, but it's real.
It could be like relationships. It could be a boyfriend and girlfriend. Something that happened between you and your mate. Like it could be anything that triggers. And I think for islanders, because it's not common, I feel like I don't know. I feel like parents should be more aware on how they relay things to the kids who are dealing with depression or don't know that they are dealing with it. Yeah. And I think it's because, like they say, words do hurt. So when it comes from your mum and dad, that's going to trigger a lot because it's your parents, you know, that's just your safe place kind of thing. And I feel like nowadays, because the numbers are going up for suicide.
Especially in this year, there's just been like already 3 deaths.
Yeah. And
within,
I think
like our friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Depression is real, and it's hard because like sometimes as islanders we like we've said before, like we judge a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone judges, but I mean, like with us, if we were to say, "Oh my gosh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that," everyone's just
like,
gonna be like,
come on, get
like,
over it.
Get your life, get together. What's wrong with you?
It's just like
we see you on Facebook flaunting and stuff, but it's like it's in here.
Yeah.
You know, I have someone close to me that I think is going through depression, and But his way of dealing with it is pushing us all away and living a life that he sees to live, which is, you know, he puts his stuff on Facebook and that he's all happy and he fights those closest to him, but I know that he's going through it and if only he knows that, like, he doesn't have to do it alone, like he's not alone. I feel like, you know, because obviously there's different, you know, there's different signs, there's different things, like we keep on saying, but like people sometimes push people away because they just don't want to deal with it. They just want to live in that misery, but because they either just don't know that they can deal with it, they can overcome it. You know, not every depression resorts to suicide. Depression can be still a very living person that is just, you know, in this pain and lives it, but they just don't know how to still seek the help that they need. So, like, if only people just were kind to one another, just to like sit for a minute and be like, hey, how you going? You know, hey, what you doing?
Like 5 minutes of your time can change a lot.
Hey, let us pray. I mean, obviously you already pick up, since you've been following, that we are Christians, and but some people that are also going through depression are in church, you know, because of whatever reason they haven't received their healing or they haven't been able to come through it because of the judgment, because they don't want to show sign of weakness.
And it's better to help before it's too late, you know. I feel like that's what happened with us as well, like with me and Tana. One of our good friends that went to school with took her life, I think 2 years ago. Yeah, and she was going through a lot of depression. Like, she would tell us the stories and the dreams and just everything she was going through. Like, it was just a dark place that she was in, and I felt like, oh my gosh, like I literally cried when I heard that she took her own life. I was just like, it was so sad because we were actually meant to meet up, and I felt like maybe if we did, it wouldn't have happened. Do you know what I mean? But like, I just feel like it's better for us not to judge or to sort of just sit down and listen, because it could change that person's life, you know. Now we're like, you know, celebrating her life, you know, when we could have been celebrating life together. You know, so it's
and they go through it. Pressures, you know, of just having to provide, pressures of having to maintain, you know, a job, all that stuff. It's men go through it too, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, reach out to men, because it's they go through it, you know.
And I guess it's more so people being embarrassed to admit it. Like, I know I was embarrassed. But I felt like, you know, we're talking about depression. Maybe me speaking up could help somebody. I don't know. But I feel like I needed to be raw, and I needed to, you know what I mean?
Or, you know, if they're going through so much, like, I feel like men tend to hide it really quick. And, you know, until it gets too much, and then they start taking it out in different ways, or whatever the way.
And it's okay not to be okay. Like, seriously, like, I feel like we need to put up this front to show that, like, we're doing fine. You know what I mean? And it's better for us to you know, fight that battle together instead of by yourself. Because I felt like in that time of when I went through what I went through, I just felt like I felt so alone. Like, I literally cried to myself. Like, cried by myself, like, in the room. And I was just like, even though my mum and dad were next door, I just felt like I couldn't tell them, because I felt like they wouldn't understand. And yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I feel like now, if I was to be, like, from looking at myself now to back then, I feel like now, if I'm going through something like these guys know, I'd be like, hey, like, I'm going through this, like, they know, you know what I mean? So I feel like, and I guess my husband doesn't really get that, like Mike, he doesn't really get that. Like, he's always like, can you stop, like, saying this and that? I'm like, I need to let it out, because then I'm gonna, like, you know, just go crazy again.
I have a really good cry now. Like,
Really?
I cry. I'll like call my husband and I'll just cry. And he'll be like, what's wrong? I'm like, just hold me. I just need to cry. And I'll cry and cry like a baby. Well, you know, wait, actually, I felt like I did go through a little bit of depression just recently when I was pregnant with my last child. And I told a few people this, and I think people are like, oh, it's okay. Because for me, after I had my third child, I lost a ton of weight. I wasn't at the goal weight that I wanted, but I lost a ton of weight, over 20 kilos. And then I got pregnant, and I put on all that weight and double. And I literally hid off from the world. Like, I shut myself out. I did not want to be seen by anyone. People like reaching out like, hey, let's do this with the kids. Hey, let's do that. And I was just like, I'll come back. Yeah, I'll confirm. I'll come back to you. But I did not want to be seen. I was so I could not be seen. I was not. I
went through that station.
I just did not want to be seen. I was so sad. I was in a very bad funk. And then after I had my baby, not to say that, you know, being pregnant is a bad thing, but it's obviously you have hormones that, you know, involved, but I cut myself out because of that. And even after I had my baby, I was still sort of thing, but now I'm like, I've had to come to a stage where I'm like, I have to think differently because I have kids to live for.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, like now it's different. Like back then when I was younger and I was by myself, like it was just me, even though I was engaged, but it was just me. I felt by myself, but now I have kids to live for. So if I'm ever feeling a sort of type of way or in a funk, I just cry. I just cry. My husband knows, and I'll like, just give me a minute, and I'll just like weep, sob like someone died, cried. You know, that's just my thing.
You can even talk to us. We're here.
You know what? But in the description link, and I pray that we do this, we'll put the helpline down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, you know, if you need someone to talk to, give this number a call. This is for Australian folks though. But for those that are in your countries, reach out to someone. You know, say, hey, let's just go for coffee. Hey, let's go for a walk. You know, reach out to someone, your local church, even your pastors, whoever, youth leaders, women's, whatever. Just reach out to someone, sit with someone, pray with someone, cry it out with someone. Just don't be alone. Don't be in this funk by yourself. And because it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, we all have one life to live, and you don't want to be miserable. You don't want to be sad. You don't want to be lonely. It's just not worth it. It's just time wasted. You know, like, and we can say that, speaking from experience, like, in the moments that we're in it, it's just, it's horrible. Like, you don't see any, you can be surrounded by so many people, like we said, but you're alone.
just in that like one zone. Like
it's just you in this, in this box.
Yeah,
guys, we love you guys, man.
Yeah.
You guys are loyal. I know it's 100 over 100 now, but we're getting real with you guys now, you know?
We're getting to the inner core, as Michi says.
Of our heart.
Oh, and like, you know, when they say, oh, I've been thinking about that person. If you're thinking about that person, reach out to them. Because you just never know what's going to happen. And I hate it because so many times, like, me and Villa, we were like, oh yeah, I've been thinking about this person, that person, and we'll just hit them up like, oh, what are you doing, this and that, and we'll just 5 minutes of our time, that's all you need, and just go from there. Like, if you're thinking about someone or you have someone on your mind for so
just
long,
check up on them. Because even at text, like,
does wonders, man.
Yeah,
it seriously does. It does wonders. I remember I was like, when I was at my worst, when I was pregnant with my fourth child, I was in a funk, man. Like, I was. And my husband actually took a holiday. I was by myself with the kids, and I just could not stop crying because obviously he's not here for me to lean on. And I'm crying. Like, I just could not get, you know, my emotions in check. And who reaches out to me? One of my girlfriends from work, from my old job in Melbourne. She was actually my trainer. She hits me up, I swear, just to tell me that one of a fellow trainer of ours, she trained me as well. She committed suicide. She reached out to me in a time that I needed, and when she was like, she got my attention. We were talking for a little bit, and I was just happy to hear from her. She was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell you something. Literally, when she told me, like, it was like One just literally passed away just like 2 days ago from that call. And we were sitting there, but you know, I never thanked her. To say she just took me out of that funk for a minute.
Yeah.
But even though she was bearing bad news to me, it made me like realize, like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This that girl that took her life, God bless her, bought her second house, living the dream, traveled, shopping, spent money like no one's business, but she was alone. And yeah, she's just alone. And I would not have thought, like when I used to see her at work, she was bubbly, man, and she was beautiful. She was Afghanistan. She was beautiful. She was so beautiful. Oh.
It's just that everyday challenge, hey? Like, it could be different things every day. And you'll never know, hey, like what pushed her to that limit, or people that you know that you've lost through suicide. Like you feel like you wish you knew. Yeah. Awareness.
Don't be ashamed. Talk it out.
It really does help.
It does. It really does.
Like, I never knew talking to a stranger would help.
Yeah.
Right?
You know? Like, because I felt like, you know, no one else was there, you know. And it's okay. It's okay to go to counselling and to get help.
Yeah.
Like,
Counseling's a bomb. Counseling is good.
No, but yeah, like, you know, this year I think I missed my dad a lot more. Just going through a lot of family stuff, it just made me miss him a lot more. And I was just, you know,
I feel like you were more depressed when Dad passed away.
Yeah, I actually was.
And even
I went into drinking mode. Like, I was so sick from that.
Yeah.
I actually got alcohol poisoning. I was just going through a lot, like, and I didn't talk about it. I actually moved away from home. I was going through a lot, and I kind of just shoved everyone to the side, really. And like, I just thought, you know, I want to deal with this the way I know how, and I just shut everyone out. I didn't see everyone until like what, 2-3 years later. After Dad passed away, it was 2 years later, and that's when I seen the whole family. Like, after we did his 100 nights and everything, I was just really going through a lot. And I just really turned to, like, doing other things, you know?
Losing a parent or a loved one is like, I feel like you do get pretty depressed. Like, when we lost Dad, like, you never know. Like, as soon as somebody says, this person's father or mother passed away, like, you won't really know till you're in that situation. And it is so, like, even to this day I cry. Like, I don't think I'll ever stop crying. Oh, I hate crying. But yeah,
I ugly cry.
Do you do one of those hiccups? I do that.
Which one?
Where you're like hot up crying, you're doing a hiccup and then...
No. I scream cry. I'm like the worst. I make everyone shock cry. If my laugh doesn't get you, my cry would shook.
I mean, your laugh, you know, is making other, you know what I mean? Your laugh is just...
Guys, wait until I cry. The end.
How the hell?
I mean, she's dramatic all by herself. If anyone knows B.
But you know what? I have to tell you this, right? And I read this quote all the time, but it's the people that are the most comedic, the people that are the most loudest, blah, blah, they go through shiz. They go through it. Sorry. I feel like sometimes it's just a way for us to masquerade our emotions. But
she doesn't realize her doing that gets everyone out of their freaking feelings.
Yeah. Like when I'm sad, you know, when I'm angry, I just watch Bella and I laugh.
Like, I remember I was like, we were going through so much like a few weeks ago. And we were just talking in our garage when we all got our tats done. And we were just talking everything out. And just the minute when she started laughing, because we were all talking mad shit, that was it. I was just like, you know what? I mean, if you can't crack a smile or a laugh, then really...
Yeah.
What's the point?
You need a Bella in your life.
You need a
you
need a Bella. Get you a Bella.
Get you a Bella, boo.
It's gonna change your life forever.
Yeah. But hey, when you're ready to talk about it, talk about it. No pressure. No judgment here. We love you guys, and we pray that wherever you guys may be watching this, to know that you are not alone, that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are valued, that you have someone just a phone call away. Just reach out, speak to a total stranger, whatever it is. Speak, talk to someone, give someone a hug, a random hug. You honestly do not know what it does for that person. And like they say, if someone's on your mind, hit them up. Hey, I just thought of you. You stink. Bye. Whatever it is. People hide behind their screens and like, oh my gosh, I'm having the best day. But really, they're down as heck. You know, they're going through it. And it's okay to live a life on social media that looks appealing all the time, but you're only fooling yourself. You know, you're only hurting yourself.
And everything you see is all deceived.
You know,
it's not the truth.
Exactly. I mean, you obviously don't want to be negative Betty and like be like, oh, my life sucks, my life's this, my life's that. But having like, you know, physical, like, you know, interactions with people does wonders. You look people in the eyes, you see, you tell them you love them, you tell them you appreciate them. It does a lot.
Like, you need a support system.
Yes.
Get you a support system. Like,
you a Bella.
Yeah, exactly. Get you a like baby. I've got my support system, and when I'm like going through shit, I go to them.
And we literally sit down.
Yeah, sit down, we'll eat shit, talk shit. Just as long as you let it all out.
Then shit.
How do we manage to always laugh?
And hit us up. You know, our social media, hit us up. If you need someone to talk to, we're here as well. You know what I mean?
If you want to just hear me laugh over the phone to you, I can do that. I'm available.
We'll go live for you.
Yeah, girl, we'll
get you a Bella. We're not done. We're just, you know,
But you're done. We're done. You're done. Okay.
So thank you, a big Vinaka level to everyone for the 100 subs, 100 plus.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Get us
support.
to 200 now.
So humble.
Get us to 1,000.
Straight away.
Because guys, there's gonna be a giveaway coming up. So please keep in touch, keep viewing, keep in touch.
Keep commenting below.
Oh my god!
Shout out to everyone that commented on all our videos
and likes.
You know, outside Australia
and views.
Oh my god!
Australia, we love you.
And listen. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe and that bell so you're part of the notification.
Gang.
Boy.
Oh, and
I know.
So that's our baby crying.
I know. Tell a friend, share this with a friend.
Yeah.
Know
Your mum, your dad.
Get your dad on board. How about
your little cousins, your brothers, your sisters, everyone.
Love you guys. Gotta leave you guys.
And till next video.
Until the next video.
Peace.
Peace.